And then this guy comes up the stairs, and he's like this really big guy comes up the stairs, and then he stays there for just like for a good minute, just standing there. And our hearts, all of us are going boom, 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 because we're like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna shoot or something?
Hey guys, it's the Gorgons,
and today we have a story time for you guys. We've actually been getting into story times about a year ago. We started watching YouTubers do story times, and we think it's so fun. And we were like, okay, come on, we have some stories that we could tell. And we always try to tell our family our silly stories, but they never listen to our stories. Because they just like, they're not interested. But you guys will sure enough be interested, hopefully. We're going to make this little story time about the time that we got stranded in the middle of nowhere. Absolute nowhere. It was like so terrible for us. But we don't want to make it too long, but we're just going to kind of give you guys like a little bit of a background story. We're singers, and we have a group together, and we met a guy through our aunt who knew at this major Caribbean radio station in Queens, and basically we had a great time. We went there. We're just going to call him Tommy and Annie. We met them. They were very nice. They were the host of the radio station. And like Annie was like such a classy girl and everything. And you know, towards the end of our interview, they were asking us, oh, where will you guys be performing next or whatever. And we didn't have a place that we were gonna be performing next. So she kind of
gave us a game.
Like showed us like her card, and she was like, read this, like this is where you guys are gonna be performing. So we were like, okay, blah 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 blah. We're gonna be performing blah 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 blah.
We didn't even think about it.
We didn't think about it. We kind of just went.
We didn't even Google the place. We just went
with it. And she was like, oh yeah, and we were like, oh yeah, when is this event? We can't wait to go. She kind of had like this attitude as if like kind of like it wasn't like she kind of felt like we didn't like, you know how when someone seems like they don't really want you to go. But like
they want to mingle with you at that one moment.
Yeah, so it was kind of like she kind of
didn't know what to talk about. And
but she was like good enough. But she had and she was like, oh, I have a son. He's really handsome.
I think you would like him.
They always like him.
It was with all the boys. Yeah.
So like we were like, okay, so whatever. So a few months go by, right?
Yeah. We're like, oh my God, this girl told us the event was this day, and it wasn't that day. So we kept like trying to like go through it and like find out like what time this party's happening or this event. So we're like texting her, we're messaging her, we're emailing her, and she's not replying. We're like, bruh, like, so we're like, she left us on read, and I was like, okay, so maybe the event is not happening. I guess we can deal with that.
Yeah.
Out of the blue sky, we get another email from the girl telling us, which we should have thought this was fishy. But we got another email from the girl telling us, oh yeah, this is the day, this is the event, you guys are on the list, come this day. I'm like, oh my God, finally, because you know, she's a major radio station host, like, not gonna say no names because this would be bad, but it's just like, you didn't expect, you know, the unprofessionalness to happen, like how long it took her to message us back.
Yes. Yeah.
So basically,
so weird.
We're ready, we're getting dressed, we are
and
so
by the time,
fancy.
and I want to put this in a note. We had a car, and our car's license plate was
TMI. This must be TMI. Go ahead.
But
TMI.
Got
to the state of New York.
So it was suspended for like 2 weeks, and during the 2 weeks, that was the week of our performance.
And it
so
was like
we had to
your
take
car's
public transportation. So anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, we had to like call a taxi and go there. And first of all, let me just say, we were dressed so fancy. We were like semi-Grammys. Like, no, I'm just joking about. We dressed up.
Like, and we practiced so hard every single time.
We were breaking our back.
Like, for like a big major stage. Like
we thought it was like gonna be so fancy because it's a radio station host.
Our dad was dressed up in like suit, and like our mom was very dressed.
Wearing our leather jackets.
Our dad and mom were with us at the time, and they were also very dressed.
So yeah, we arrived to this place, and before we get into details on how we arrived, but
the cab driver
was a mess.
The
she
cab
didn't-
drive is
and
just...
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah,
Go
she
on.
didn't, and she didn't even.
I'm ad-libbing.
we didn't even know like she couldn't, because we told her the address and she's like, okay, where is this place? It was like this weird part of Queens, and like the highway was like right there, and it was kind of like stranded. Like there was all these stores, like so many stores around us, but like it was like the stores were empty. It was so weird. And we arrived, our
She was like,
destination.
what?
It was
You wanna
quiet.
go where?
And the girl, the taxi
You wanna
driver
go
said,
here?
"You want to go here?" It was like,
Are you
what?
sure you want to go here?
Well, by
She
the way,
was like, you guys are performing.
and like, by the way, if you don't know anything about New York, in New York there are 5 boroughs, just for those who are not native to New York. And the borough, we are originally from Park Slopes, Brooklyn. So we moved to Staten Island, and then recently we moved to Queens. So we know nothing about Queens. So basically, like,
nothing.
this is like a new
Absolutely
thing.
Nothing.
And this part of Queens was isolated practically. It was
was
cut
so
off from the
weird.
world. It was so
And
weird.
New York is pretty big. You
Yeah.
know, you could hit that borough that is just, you could get completely lost in it.
So,
yes,
yeah.
it was so weird.
From
And
fellow
so
New
we
Yorkers.
arrived at our
We
destination.
were searching for the place. It was a Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah, and like we were like, where are we going? And like, here's this Caribbean restaurant here, and we were like, okay, so we're supposed to be here. So like, okay, where is the venue? Where are we gonna be performing? So we're just waiting in this restaurant. The performance was supposed to be at 7 o'clock. We stayed there for an hour waiting
I
for
think
this
that was
woman.
even more than an hour.
And then after a minute, everyone started arriving through, and then like a major singer, like a Caribbean
that
pop
was-
star. We don't want to say his name, but like it was.
that out.
Yeah, he kind of was walking by. He had a bunch of girls around him,
Yeah, we're
And
not,
we were
not
like-
saying any names.
but he was like, oh, he was just walking.
And then he looks at us. and
He was like,
Are these the girls?
And we're just like, okay, so like imagine you meet a celebrity that you like,
Like,
and they're famous, and you know them as a certain way, and then they come to you thinking that you're basically prostitutes or something of that nature.
so in a way, we were stranded, and then somebody accused us of being prostitutes in a way.
in a way, it was so
In a
weird.
way.
No,
but he
because
was
are-
like,
are
he was
these
like,
the girls?
he
You're
was-
like,
and we were with our mom and dad, so it's like, but they were in their own world because it's their daughters,
like,
they
whoa.
they feel good because they think we're gonna perform or whatever.
It's a
Yeah.
little baby.
So anyway, let's get to the story. Anywho, we kind of stayed there for a minute, like just waiting, and then Annie came. We tried to give her a hug. We were like, oh, we were so happy. Like everyone was
I
happy.
didn't
My
know
mom
anyone.
was like trying to grab it because our mom's a
All
manager.
these guys came in. By the way, all these guys came in that we did not know.
No,
Our
like,
hearts were
these
beating.
guys
We were
look
so
like-
nervous. Like I was like boom, 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 boom. Like, oh my gosh, these guys are so tall and they're so big and they're so like. And I didn't know this
whole
event was
bunch
gonna
of
be like
them.
this.
Yeah, we didn't
There's
know.
a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. So anyway.
And you know, you're
Anyway,
so afraid.
so anyway, Annie comes, and we're
Mhm.
giving her a hug. We're like, "Hey, girl, how are you?" My mom, she's our manager, so she's like, "Hey, girl, we were waiting for you. We can't wait. Oh man, we're ready. We're turned up for the performance." And she's like, "Yeah,
I gotta get dressed.
Yeah.
I gotta get dressed. So you guys need to wait. Oh, you guys can come upstairs, but I gotta get dressed, and I can't really mingle with you guys right now." So we're like, okay, we get you. So we go upstairs, and we were wearing these big jumpers. We had to go to the bathroom for a very long time. So we were
TMI, guys.
we had to go to the bathroom. So like we went downstairs, and we had these jumpers. So obviously, if you're wearing these big black jumpers, you can't like. It's hard to get unraveled or whatever in the bathroom. So we were using the bathroom.
And then, so I decided to follow my sisters into the bathroom because I'm like, this is an unfamiliar place. I know my dad is with my mom, so they're obviously going to be safe. And I'm going to go with my sisters because for some reason I think I could protect them. So we go into the bathroom, and this bathroom is like, we've never been in the club before, but my mom obviously has told us what clubs and stuff like that look like. Oh! So it's like those tiny club bathrooms where you could barely get in and out. And we're in the bathroom, right? And it's literally like you walk in, sink, tiny toilet. in a tiny mirror.
So that was the
And
struggle.
it's like
Yeah,
literally,
it was
it's
like-
barely like big. It's like, it's really tiny. So just think of like an airplane.
So anyway, we go upstairs. That's where we went upstairs, and then we're like telling our mom and dad what happened to us, like how the guy knocked on the door and how like his attitude was. And we were like, we need to leave because it seems like people here are a little bit too rowdy. They seem like they could be very mean, so we probably need to leave. And our mom and dad were like, no, we need to stay, right? And especially our dad's like, yeah, let's stay. He's like one of those people, like he's dressed up like in a suit. And like the place is like everyone's dressed in their casual clothes. Everyone's wearing like pretty much street attire. And our dad is like, no, we need to stay here. He's one of those people that doesn't matter what the case may be. He's like so like he wants to, like he doesn't back away, especially when it just has to do with stuff that is like scary or something. But our mom
wants everyone to say it first.
Our mom kind of was like, yeah, I'm gonna go up to Annie, and if she doesn't start the performance right away, and she doesn't talk to me, because she wasn't talking to us the whole time, she was getting dressed, and she was like,
I'm gonna go.
If she doesn't talk to me, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So like my dad's like, no.
And my mom has been in scary tight club events before. So
yeah,
she's
my
not
dad.
about that life.
And my dad is like, okay, we'll wait. So we wait there for like about like not even like 5 minutes.
More guys.
And then this guy comes up the stairs, and he's like this really big guy comes up the stairs, and then he stays there for just like for a good minute, just standing there. And our hearts, all of us are going boom, 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 because we're like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna shoot or something? No, because the place, like, you know, if you see the environment, everyone's like smoking like ganja, everyone's like drinking and stuff. It's not something.
The bar is open.
The bar
and there's
is
no
open.
bartender to watch out for what is going on.
Yeah, so our mom's like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna go up to Annie and I'm gonna talk to her. She goes up to Annie. Annie, when we met her at the radio station, she was so classy. Like she was classy.
So
this girl is putting on a cat suit. Like she is putting on. Annie was not the same.
Large.
And she has like
stripper
this
heels.
She has this whole like cheetah
so
outfit attire. Like she is
And
Catwoman.
that was it up to that point.
She is done.
That was it.
And then my mom tries to talk to her. She's like, hey girl, my girls need to, like, they want to perform now. Can I get a minute to talk to you for just a minute? And she's like, wait. And my mom's like, okay, we're gonna go downstairs now.
So we basically sit downstairs.
And we're just back to the restaurant that
because there's a restaurant underneath and a club on top. So basically we're sitting there. We're like, I said, I want to go right now. Everyone is convinced that they want to leave.
Yes. No.
And then like there's this little alleyway.
And it's a late event.
And there's like a whole bunch of guys like in the middle of the alleyway, and they're all like smoking and drinking, and they're looking at us and talking. So like right now, my mom is on like her phone with the cab service. She has our sister Indy over here. She's like on the cab service trying to call like different cabs, and no one was trying to come. Like, we would give them the address, and they're like, no, we have no cabs. And
like, when I was explaining it to them, they were like, we don't want to come. And literally, it would be 0.1 miles away.
Cab service
and
around
they did
the
not
area.
Want to come. They go, we don't go there. We don't come there.
We don't go to that part of Queens. We don't go to that part. I'm like, dude, your cab service is down the block.
Like, literally, no one wanted to come. I think the part that got me is when they came downstairs to look for us. And go, turn up is at 11. And I'm like, I thought it was turned up now. So when it's turned up at 11, we were convinced that the Gorgons wanted to leave.
Yes.
And my mom was like, I think my mom started getting scared because the taxi driver who drove us there took $8 from us and said that she was going to bring the money back. She never brought the money back, and she never showed up. She said she
stole our money.
She stole our money and
That's
didn't come
another
back.
story time.
Let's just stop the fact that my sister had a dream that convinced us to leave.
Prior to this event being
Just
stranded,
the night.
and prior to the night, I had like this scary dream that a big guy with like a knife came and like stabbed me in the ankle, and I was like, I made my family leave. I was like, Mom, Dad, and my sisters. I was like, go ahead without me. And like I sacrificed myself, and then he stabbed me, and then in my leg, and I was
crazy
bleeding out. And it's crazy because the same
guy looked like
guy that I had a dream about, I swear he was the guy that we met that night. And I was like, we need to get out of here. I had a dream, and I started telling my mom, and my mom decided to be Superman woman and go outside while we were still in the restaurant, and our dad was in the restaurant with us, and our dad was trying to come out. She was like, no, all of you guys stay in the restaurant.
Let's just say it was cold.
Stay
it was
here.
snowing.
It was
ice on the floor.
And then she was like, stay. And like my mom had this face,
rain
like
and snow.
Like you always know when our mom, like whenever she's like pissed off, or when she's about to cry, or she's scared because like her face is all getting all puffy, and like her eyes are like getting all red. Her
face is super red. She's
just like looks so like pissed off, and like we were like, okay, Mom,
we're done.
We need to go somewhere else. So our dad was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if I can get any cab service from over here. I'm gonna walk for a cab.
We're like, Dad, don't leave.
We're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. We'll go as a family. So we all decided to walk through this whole little street where there's all these stores and there's nobody and like there's no person in sight. It's like so weird. It's undescribable. And we go into this Dunkin' Donuts that's like 3 blocks away, and then we're like sitting in this Dunkin' Donuts, and we're kind of like ducking underneath because we don't want any of the guys from the
come and get us
to see us.
Because they were walking around trying to look for us, like.
And our dad and mom were like, okay, you guys stay underneath. We don't want
them to see you guys.
To see you. So they made us sit all the way, because this is a big Dunkin' Donuts.
And there's a big
so they wanted us. Yeah, they wanted us to sit all the way off to the side,
blocking our table.
I was so scared, you guys, that I really was about to start crying. I was like, oh my God, we are stranded in the middle of Queens, and we just moved here, and we don't even know.
It was like 12 at night, guys. It was really late.
So
and like our aunt couldn't pick us up because the car was suspended, and we're about to lay down on the floor, guys.
And we're just like so sad because we could not get any crap service on our mom, and all of us were just sitting there. And we're just sitting there looking really sad and depressed or whatever. And our dad's like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to look for a cab service. Like, this is the perfect time to do it. And we're like, no, don't go. And our dad, he goes out, and we're just like so scared for him. So like, what if he doesn't come back? And so like we're sitting there, and then he comes back, our dad. So he sits back down, and he decides not to go. And then our mom is like, your father is taking way too long. So she starts calling our dad, and he's still in the Dunkin' Donuts restaurant, and they're now talking to each other. And we're like,
she's like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And he's like, yeah, where you? She goes, wow, it sounds like you're right here. Can you hear me? She goes, where'd your dad go? And then we said, Mom,
he's in the store.
Dad's right here. It was like from spoiler alert, major spoiler alert. If anybody has ever seen the latest Dumb and Dumber that they came out with, yes, because we love that movie. But then you'll know why it was so funny, because it was like a scene where they were like calling each other, and they were in the same room.
Yeah, so our mom was like right in the same room as our dad.
Dumb and Dumber.
It was so crazy because our mom was like right in the same room as our dad, and they were like talking to each other, and we're like, Mom, Dad's right behind you.
We didn't even bring, this is how unfortunate this day was. We didn't even think that like we brought money for and like New York, probably like any other place, you have Metro cards, and you basically have to pay for them ahead of time. So you have to go to like maybe a local train station and buy the Metro card. But we didn't plan to go on a bus. We planned to take a cab because we had cab money. So, which means like, you know, you can just give the guy money. But anyway, so my dad, he usually holds extra cards, Metro cards.
Yeah,
and he didn't think he had any. So we was like, oh my God, there's a bus station down the block. But at Staten Island, I'm gonna tell you something bad that used to happen in Staten Island. People would get on the bus for free. But in Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, you cannot do that. You have to
only
pay.
in Staten Island, you could be like,
I don't have enough
and they're
money.
like, because they know us, because our mom always went to work, so they're like, oh, just get on.
But over here, like, you can't do that. So
can't
when
do that.
my dad was like, oh my god, he happened to have enough.
For all of us. So we all got on the bus, and then we were just sitting there, and we were so happy.
Yeah. It was like a weight got lifted off our chest. It was dark outside. It was icy outside because it was raining. It was snow. But for some reason, I just felt like I just saw the sun. I was like, oh man.
It was like,
And then all of a sudden, Mariah Carey's song "Fly Like a Bird" just started playing in my head.
it was like
It was so
cute.
beautiful.
So like it was really good because we were so happy, and we tried to talk about what happened. Like we all do this thing, like once something happened and we're like safe, but like we want to talk about it with our
We could
our
laugh
family
about
and,
it later.
And we were trying to talk about it, and our mom was like, no,
I
don't
don't.
finish, don't even.
They don't
talk
like
about it.
going through bad stuff that happens, so.
And like, cause there was a whole bunch of like, there was still like a few guys in the bus, but they weren't like the guys from the club, but still,
They were just still scared.
You don't know
they were
if they
still
know
afraid
them or
like,
something.
Yeah, so
Because a lot of people are connected, you know.
yeah, so like we didn't. So we
Small town, you know.
So we get off the
Small
bus, and it was like a few blocks from our house. We didn't care. It was like freezing, snowing. It was cold outside. It was snowing, but we didn't care. Like my fingers were about to melt off.
My hands.
Our mom was like
oh.
walking with, because our mom is so clumsy.
And it
But-
was
but-
ice, black ice, which
Black
means
ice.
that it's
So-
rained over snow.
Yeah, so our mom was like, our
And
dad
my
was
mom
trying to,
broke
like,
injured her
before.
knee before on black ice, so.
Yeah, so our dad had to walk her, and we were walking extra slow, but it felt so good to walk. Like that walk,
I was just
even if it was freezing, it was like the best.
It was the best
walk I've ever taken.
yes.
But, guys, I hope you guys felt our pain in this
We
video.
understand.
But if you guys want to see more of us, so really subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
We have much more videos coming your way. Oh my gosh. And
Yes.
our videos are worse than this. We wanted
So
to warn
guys,
you guys.
Yeah. And yes, we're trying to reach our 10,000 subscriber goal. So yeah.
Yes,
So
at least,
yes.
let's get this video to at least 10,000.
Yes.
10,000. If it's good, share it with your friends because we want to be one of you guys' friends.
Yay! Join the family. Okay, so ciao ciao.